I also listened to my good friends from Vihiga, I think, Esese. Was it Esese? I listened to Esese and their performance. And I heard them say something like, Hakuna kazi, which is what it is. That's the society we live in. In fact, there are two very important and I think the most popular signages. One is Umbwa Kali, the other one is Hakuna kazi. It is time as a country, as a society, as a people, as a nation, that we begin to think about the investment we are making in our education, in our young people. I was asking the minister here earlier. We spend a third of our budget, 650 billion shillings every year, in educating our children, in primary school, in secondary school, in our TVETs, in our universities. Yet, after we have invested 650 billion shillings every year, we have refused to think what will happen to this huge resource when they get out of either school or college or university. That is why we have 5 million young people today who do not have jobs, yet we have spent huge amounts of resources to get them where they have got. And it is the reason why in this year's budget, we are asking ourselves, how are we going to create 5 million jobs? How are we going to make meaning of the 650 billion shillings we spend every year to educate our children? How do we allow such huge resource, educated at great expense, to go to waste because we have not organized how they are going to get jobs, how they are going to deploy their knowledge, how they are going to deploy their talent? And that is why we have a plan on the employment of the young people in our budget this year, so that SSA will not have to tell us hakuna kazi. It is the moment that we begin to create those jobs. I also have listened very carefully on the girls who said, Sana si manga, or something like that. You know? Wajia, from Wajia. Tuwapige makofi jameni. You know? That we should be able to appreciate that some of our children have talents in other areas. Some of our children, when they come forward, when they step forward, for those of us who are parents, for our community, that they are good artists, that they have talents in different, gifted in a different way, that we should not treat them as though ni watu manga. And I can confidently say, in my team, I have many who are graduates who have been in this space. Chipukeezy is here, you know. For those who think Chipukeezy is doing this for fun, I want to tell you I pay Chipukeezy. And he is not cheap. This guy, you know. The Secretary General of the ruling party, Cleo Malala, is a product of art. KJ here, a member of parliament, second term, is it? Second term member of parliament of Dagoretti South, is a product of art and creative economy. Dennis Itumbi here, that young man, is a product of the creative space. You know, so we have many who have graduated from that space. And I want to tell our young girls, young children here today that you too have a future if you can perfect, if you're disciplined, if you can perfect the arts space. And it is the reason why I was deliberate when forming government on matters creative economy. I did consolidate many of the art issues around the Ministry of Sports and Art under Ababu Namwamba. But I also gave him instructions that we cannot leave our children behind. That is why we are spending money from the Sports and Arts Fund in this drama, in this festival, in this concert, because they form a very integral and very important part of how we can develop this whole industry from the bottom going up. When we start with our children in school, we are sure to build a solid foundation for them to explore their talents into opportunities that will give them the chance to be their best, to display their talent, and to be the great men and women that all artists anywhere in the world are. I must say that I am very clear in my mind, even as I watched this whole concert and what we witness here. And it is the reason why Talanta Hela is our program. It is the program that will give us the opportunity to monetize, to commercialize, and to profile positively our men and women in the creative industry. I have told my good friend Ababu Namwamba that it is not going to be business as usual. Yeah? Drama is not just going to be what we see here and then it ends here. We have to think beyond what it is. My suggestion to the ministries concerned here is what was the Permanent Presidential Commission on Music should actually be changed. I am proposing that you change it to the Permanent Creative Economy Commission so that we can bring all art, including music and all the others, into one ecosystem, and we can be able to rally government effort, private sector effort in the same direction so that we can derive value, we can monetize, we can commercialize, and we can give the best possible chance for those who are talented in this space to explore their best possibilities. Let me also say that I am truly happy that listening to Professor Odhiambo and what they are doing. Professor, I want to promise you, you have my 100% support. Because it means that students will leave high school already armed with some knowledge, both theory and skill in the arts. We are lucky that we are implementing a school curriculum that recognizes performing arts, music, dance, drama, and film as learning components. The Ministry of Education and that of Youth Affairs and Art and Sports should fast track the development of state-of-the-art facilities and talent centers to create an environment that will enhance the growth of talent. The ministry has already told me they are working on a master plan on the whole of the ecosystem around sports and art so that we will know where do we have our film studios, where are we going to have our academies, how are we going to deploy our stadia, and how are they going to look so that we not only have stadia that can provide facilities for football, for athletics, but also for the creative industry, all in one ecosystem. And I hope, Ababu, that is the context in which the master plan is being worked on. I want to also underscore the role of the private sector in growing the arts. Talent growth should not be the preserve of the Ministry of Education or Ministry of Youth or indeed government. It must be a whole of society approach, including the private sector. I am looking forward to the private sector stepping forward and working with us and providing opportunities and deploying some of the resources they have, whether it is CSR, whether it is sponsorship, in ensuring that we grow this space around the talent around our young people. Let me also say, last year, our Madaraka Day last year was themed around arts. It was themed around the digital economy. And I am very happy that we have our friends from Google, they are here, from YouTube, they are here, from Facebook, they are here. Are they there? Ebu wasimame tuwapige makofi. These good people and the organizations they represent, please take your seats. These good people and the organizations they represent have come through for our young people. Last year, when I engaged Google, when I engaged YouTube, and when we engaged Facebook, Kenya did not have the opportunity to monetize our talents and our creative economy. I want to announce that because of that conversation, and we must thank these people, tuwapigie makofi hawa wangwana jameni. Today, Kenya is among the 5 countries in our continent that we can monetize our content. From February this year, you can register in Kenya. In the past, you couldn't register in Kenya. You had to go and register somewhere in Europe or somewhere in America. Today, you can register as a content creator in Kenya, and you can monetize your content. That is why we have all these young people today in that space. And I am very happy that Facebook is now working with us. They have agreed to provide free training for content creators who want to work with them, especially in the creative space. And I want to request these people to accelerate the journey, especially Facebook, to monetization. Maybe able to apige makofi tena. Do you wish to say something? I can give you a minute. Let me ask the good people just to say something to these great people.
Thank you, Excellency. With all due respect, all protocols observed, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Masindegwa, and I'm the Director of Public Policy for East and Horn of Africa at Meta. Meta is a brand name for Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger, and these are some of the logos we saw earlier in the presentations. We are very concerned and care about the investment in the region and specifically in Kenya as well, particularly in making sure that we support the creative economy. So we're really excited to support the vision that you have as a government, but also to see how we can work to make sure that we bring more awareness on the tools that are available that can be used to do that, but to do that also safely. We've had a very good presentation by the students here around bullying and harassment, and these are things we actually see as violations of policies that we have on platform. So we are delighted to see how we can bring that awareness in embedding those resources within work we will do with KICD and TVET to bring more digital skills trainings to those, but also to advance that also to the other users who are not necessarily in those institutions. So we're working together with government to make sure that we see more and more people take up this, get more awareness and skills around how to use tools safely, to scale their businesses, to scale their craft, but also to do so safely and to not harm one another. Thank you so much.
My good brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. My name is Michael Murunge. I lead government affairs and public policy for Google and YouTube here in East Africa, based here in Kenya. Your Excellency, first of all, YouTube, of course, we are very happy to be providing a free platform on which creatives can build audiences and grow their brands. YouTube Creator Academy is also free. Your Excellency, like you mentioned during when you hosted us during Jamhuri Day, our Managing Director for YouTube for this region, Alex Okosi, you challenged him and you told him that we need to do more as an organization, as private sector to support creatives. I'm glad to report, Your Excellency, that in the week after next, we are bringing over 124 worldwide renowned YouTubers to the country during the graduation ceremony of our YouTube Black Founders Fund. And what's more, Your Excellency, we are going to be requesting, this is going through your relevant ministers and cabinet secretaries, Your Excellency, for another hosting here so that Alex Okosi can come and deliver what he has been researching based on your ask, and then you can receive it, Your Excellency. For now, I will not say what that is, but I'm sure Your Excellency is going to be something that answers to your ask for us. Thank
Wonderful.
You so much.
Tuwapige makofi tena. The people in the creative industry. My good brother, let me tell you, I will not remove this stage. I will wait for until he arrives. Well, I don't know when you said he will be coming, so that we can give him, and we will roll out a bigger carpet for him. Asante sana. So again, I want to say that